We are getting twitchy with it. That's one thing I noticed on the Twitch is that they do not have a crypto specific category yet.
Well, you can type crypto, and it is a keyword that comes up. There is a category for crypto that I was able.
Like in games, it's still like a kind of a game.
There's not like, if I type tags like Bitcoin, nothing. If I type crypto for a tag, no results. If I type money, there's not even a money tag. How about finance?
Investing.
Finance tag.
Investing.
Investing. Let's see.
We are not financial advisors, and if you were wondering,
no, we're not. So yeah, this is we are live on Twitch. I just checked it right now, so it's working. And let me go to
what's up, Twitches?
What's up, Twitches? That was good, Travis, right?
Thanks, man.
That was actually some clever action you had going on there.
You're my Twitch.
So where is the little chat boxy thing on here that shows where people are talking? It runs an ad first. I'm looking at an ad. So this is going to be Bad News episode 207 of the show. It's running an ad for football on Twitch right now. Real-time stats, play the live minigame, cheer with thousands of fans, Thursday Night Football on Fox, and Twitch Prime Video. Twitch is Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Know that.
Yep.
You know that. I'm looking for where the comments show up, though, and I'm not seeing. I'm looking.
Hello, viewer.
That's me. I'm the viewer.
You're the viewer?
Yeah. It's just being promoted right now. So let's see if I go here. We'll be here. They always come and show up. They love us. Live. Stream chat. There it is. Okay. So welcome to those of you that are catching the replay. This is designed to be live for then recording our show. And we're using Belive TV to do this. And I think, we're not going to, next week, we're not going to do one because it's going to be Thanksgiving.
Okay. As you can see, I am here in where am I today? Oh yeah, I'm
your green screen.
I'm in front of my green screen. Because you know what? I have not figured out how to actually turn my green screen on and do live at the same time. One day we will.
We need to solve that. So we're going to go through our bad news format here. Hi, Steven. Good to see you. Let me try and let's see if this works here. Boom, like that. Stephen Healy in the house. And kind of elegant how Twitch works with Belive. Kind of digging that.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. So this is the episode that actually releases on our podcast channel tonight. And
fresh. This is so fresh right now.
Fresh.
Don't get no fresher than this. Don't get no fresher than this. Wow.
That was right on cue.
Now you just got all the viewers left. And they're like, ew. The viewers turned into ewers.
That was super right on cue. All right. Here we go with the teaser then. Episode 207. Bitcoin drops below 6,000. Bad news for 11/15/2018. Here we go in 3, 2, Mark. Who's Mark? Was it Craig Wright? Was it the Bitcoin Cash fork? Was it rumors of Bitmain letting go of Jihan Wu? Or did somebody forget to brush their teeth today? We're not really sure what caused the markets to plummet this week, but Bitcoin has gone as low as $5,500. If ever there was an episode that lived up to the title Bad News, this one might be it. And yet there are shades of optimism as Bitcoin and crypto has been here before. Let me say that again. And yet there are shades of optimism as Bitcoin and crypto have been here before. Buckle up, cowboys and cowgirls. This is the Bad News episode number 207 of the Bad Crypto Podcast. Play intro music. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow, 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 bow. Digging it. We can never change the music. You know that, Trav.
Okay.
We can't. I mean, it's like
We love it.
well, we love it and people know it. And like I bet you there are people who listen that do the countdown, right? As they're
Probably do.
listening. They're doing the countdown.
Doing the countdown.
All right, so here we go into the show, out of the music.
Yep. And I'm actually going to drop in another article right here because it's official. The fork has happened. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in.
Right, put it in.
Drop in the link here.
I will open it.
Yep. Fork. There's a lot of fork and craziness going on here, you guys.
Holy fork and all right, I see it. Bitcoin Cash fork. Did you find anything about Craig Wright?
There's some Craig Wright stuff in that article, but nothing specifically about Craig Wright.
All right, here we go. Rejoice and be of good cheer, people of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia, for we, the crypto superheroes, no, I'm sorry, not superheroes, crypto clowns, are here at the ready for you. It's the Bad Crypto Podcast. I'm Joel Common. That is Travis Wright. And for those who have a visual on us right now, no, I don't mean you're staring at your podcast player, but those of you who know that we now broadcast Bad News live on Twitch using Belive.tv. Did you know you can see us before you hear us? It's true.
That is true. And we both have a face for radio, which is great. Gonna turn that down there, Mr. Joel Com. Got a little feedback.
I've been told that I look okay on camera.
That's okay. That's
just,
all right.
Just okay.
It's okay. You got an okay face.
It's a rough week, man.
No joke. I mean, I'm getting some feedback on your end. I don't know if you need to put some headphones in your ears or something because I'm hearing myself through.
How about now?
End.
How about now?
Am I hearing myself now?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Is it like bad?
Well, you don't have earbuds you can put in?
No, not on this. I mean, I put my headphones on, but I don't like to do that when I'm on camera, and then I have to like leave Be Live and come back because I'm switching my device.
Okay.
So is it okay?
It's going to be difficult for me because I keep hearing myself like a half second after.
Still?
You hear now? Still a little bit. Not as much, but still a little bit.
Still? I keep turning it down.
Still? Hello, this is Travis. That's pretty good.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead.
We're gonna go in. Yeah, so back in Thanksgiving of last year, 2017, that was the day that we hit $250 billion on the market cap for the first time. Mm-hmm. And today, folks, November 15th, as we are recording this, it is 184 billion. So
yeah,
if we could turn back time, I'd go back to January and sell all my crypto.
Lots of news coming your way. Want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor at Digitex. Of course, you've heard us talk about Digitex, and you've heard Digitex on the show. In fact, I believe in tomorrow's episode, you're going to get a catch up with Adam Todd from Digitex, the CEO, that talks about where they're going. But for those of you just coming out from your cave before the long, cold winter, they are a commission-free trading platform for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin futures. They've got over 500,000 people on the their advanced early access wait list right now to be able to trade for free. The DGTX token is trading on a number of exchanges, and you can go check it out on their website. And here's a short link to get you there, badco.in/futures, and make sure you listen to the interview with Adam in tomorrow's Crypto Spotlight edition. That'll give you more information.
We got to go back to the future, Marty.
We got to go back to January for sure. Like if you knew now, or if you knew then what you knew now, well, then the price would have crashed even quicker because everybody would have sold.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an interesting thing because I was doing some thinking about this. So remember when there was this run up last year when Bitcoin forked and created Bitcoin Cash, right? So everyone who had Bitcoin now had Bitcoin Cash, the same amount of Bitcoin Cash. Mm-hmm. Well, at some time, I mean, that Bitcoin Cash got up to like $3,000 at one point.
Yeah.
So here was all this new influx of money. People had this Bitcoin Cash money that just came out of thin air. They were selling that, buying alts. And so I think a lot of the big market drivers of 220,000 last year was the fork of Bitcoin Cash because Bitcoin Cash created all this new money that people had. And they said, oh, I want to go buy some shit coins. And so the price of Bitcoin took off. Price of Bitcoin Cash took off. The price of all the alts took off. And then since then, they've done the opposite of take off, eh?
Well, that in the media hype. So let's timestamp this. It is November 15th, 3:40 p.m. on the East Coast. The market cap for all cryptos, according to coinmarketcap.com, is $184 billion. Bitcoin at 55.81. Ripple, XRP at 46, overtaking Ethereum to be the second most valuable crypto, barely. Ethereum at 179, Bcash 415, Stellar 23, EOS $4.63, Litecoin 43.91, and I'm going to say it, Tether 98.4 cents, still not pegging to $1.
Yeah. And number 9, we have Cardano, who Mr. Joel Comm likes to ignore. They're at 6.3 cents.
Ignoro.
Number 10 is Monero, $87. And I want to add number 11 on there, which is Tron, which is 1.9 cents. We actually have a great interview coming up here on a future episode with Justin over there at Tron. We had our bad crypto chick, Rachel Wolfson, did an interview with him, and we got straight up great video of that. We had Larry Wong, our videographer, go out there as well with Rachel. They got some great footage of that. And that will be populating a couple episodes?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Very true. Very true. We love.
If you guys are joining us live on Twitch, then please be sure to share that this broadcast. We're broadcasting on the BeLive.tv channel on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/BeLive_on_Twitch. And BeLive is the tool that we're using to be able to have both of us on screen, to do screen shares so you can see the news as we're talking about it in the cool lower thirds. You can get a free trial for BeLive TV for yourself if you go to BeLive.tv. And with that, let's get to the news. Wiki, wow. And hi to quick shout outs here off the record, because this won't make it into the recording, but just those of you who are here and commenting, Ape Times, hi. Malkari, hi. Steven, good to see you. And those of you who have not said anything, I see your comments in the stream chat, so feel free to make comments at any time. We're not ignoring you. We're just not paying attention. No, we're just focused on doing the show, and then we'll engage some more after we're done with the broadcast. Hey, Direct LEEC, good to see you as well. All right, let's jump in to this news here.
I would say great to see you guys as well. However, I can't see who you see because Mr. Joel Comm has the admin ability.
You can't see what I see. All right. So show notes for Aaron, please do include the BeLive TV pitch, but then don't include all that other stuff in there because nobody wants to hear that unless they're here live. So here we go. Mr. Travis Wright, the Daily Hodl, says it is official. Bitcoin Cash has split into 2 separate blockchainians.
Yeah, so we got Bitcoin Cash SV, which stands for Satoshi's Vision, and that has a current price on a futures price of $84.90, right? And then the original Bitcoin Cash, which is now going to be Bitcoin Cash ABC, I guess, that is now trading at $306. And I'm glad that I got out when it was around $600 something. I was I don't know what's going on with this fork thing. I got a funny feeling that the prices is one of them's gonna tank, one of them's who knows, it's gonna divide that, but not nearly as sexy as what happened last year when Bitcoin Cash forked off of Bitcoin.
Yeah, so basically SV increases the block size from 32 meg to 128 meg, which is supposed to speed up transaction verifications. And Bitcoin Cash ABC's got some new updates also that's supposed to make it easier to operate with other cryptos and boost block capacity. And then you've got the two sides here, right? Bitcoin Cash ABC is got Roger Ver behind it, and that's Bitcoin.com. And then Bitcoin Cash SV is backed by Craig Wright, who is claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, and Calvin Ayre, who is a crypto billionaire.
Yeah, Craig Wright is actually my long lost brother, and I just want to say, Craig, I mean, where's that Bitcoin you owe me? I mean, I'm your brother. I miss you. The family misses you. I mean, come on.
I bet he has lots of friends he didn't know that he had before.
He's like, Travis Wright. I don't know no Travis Wright. I'm like, come on, Craig Wright, Satoshi. Yeah, so now it's like, so now what do we call it? We don't call it Bcash ABC, Bcash SV. Like, these are really crappy names, Mr. Joel Com.
Yeah, well, I mean, so here's what's really interesting is Roger Ver would say that Bcash as it was Satoshi's vision. But now Craig Wright is saying Bitcoin Cash SV is Satoshi's vision, and the war continues. It's absolutely insane that there's so much infighting in crypto development, and nobody has any clue who's going to come out on top.
Yeah. And you know what? Last time when Bitcoin, forked and created Bitcoin Cash, the market took off in a very positive direction, right? And now, unfortunately, here we have another fork, and the price of crypto is tanking in the opposite direction. That it doesn't make us very happy, right?
No,
the last couple of days have been crazy.
I don't know that it makes any sense. I mean, why would Bitcoin in the markets crap out over Bcash? So another reason it could be is, according to the story on CCN, the headline is Bitcoin mining firm Bitmain confirms board shakeup, but denies that Jihan Wu is out as the chairman of the board. So is that type of rumor or news enough to shake the Bitcoin space?
Well, I mean, for those who are in the know, Bitmain, they have a lot of hash power, right? And they also sell a lot of the, devices that people use to mine. Those really top end ASIC miners, the really high end ones. Bitmain sells those, and over time, they've had so much hash power, so much power overall with Bitcoin, and with Jihan Wu, getting shaken up, and maybe there's rumors saying that he's been kicked off of the board. There's also people that are denying it, saying that Jihan Wu is not out as chair. Maybe he's part of the chair. So I've looked at multiple news sources, and nobody really seems to have the definitive answer of what's going on. But that's
this article, Travis. He's sitting in a chair. Does that help?
He is very clearly in the chair.
Yeah,
sitting. Yeah, I see him sitting in the chair. So it's just hard to say. And they originally, CCN reported that Bitmain back on November 7th had undergone a major board shuffle. And so to me, if Bitmain can do a board shuffle, and Jihan Wu, who controls a lot of the mining of Bitcoin and a lot of the hash power, and is that what triggered the market to crash? Because that's been going on over the last week, and the market's just crashed over these last couple of days. Like yesterday, it was so sad to see how much crypto we lost, how much value.
I don't think I hear you. Yeah, I can go on.
Actually, I think I have a picture of this.
Crypto goes up, crypto goes down.
My Blockfolio app was actually crying.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is actually, in the intro, I said it had a low down to 5,500. Actually, the low for the last 24 hours was 5,292.
It was crying, Mr. Joel Com.
Yeah.
I know.
Sad.
Blockfolio was not happy.
That's
neither was my retirement fund, and neither was my kids' high school, college fund. They're not happy either.
So there's this article here. If you want to know more about the Bitcoin Cash forks on BitcoinMagazine.com. Of course, all of the links that we're talking about are in the show notes at badco.in/207. And
listening right now, they won't be up yet, but they will be as soon as the show is done.
This details a little bit more about the argument between Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV, and we'll let you guys do your homework and read about that on your own time, because right now this is our time.
Yeah, it's a little uncertain still. I mean, who knows what's going to actually happen with it, except more market confusion. And now you have, Roger Ver talking about Satoshi's vision is Bitcoin Cash, but it's not Satoshi vision. It's Bitcoin Cash ABC, and Bitcoin Cash Satoshi vision is actually not Satoshi's vision. It's Craig Wright's vision, and Roger Ver owns Bitcoin.com.
But there's optimism still. Tim Draper is not a loose cannon. He is a reasonable man who is professional and very well thought through. He's not saying he's going to chop off a member if Bitcoin doesn't hit a certain price, but according to this Cointelegraph article, he stands by his Bitcoin price prediction of 250,000 by 2022. He says we're talking about a 5% market share to get to 250,000. It seems like a drop in a bucket, and all we need to really do is make it so Bitcoin can be used to buy Starbucks coffee, and all of a sudden the world just opens up, and then they say, I've got this choice. And so he's sticking by his prediction.
Yep. Actually, Tim Draper did say if Bitcoin does not hit 250,000 by 2022, he'll actually finally take off his Bitcoin tie. I think he showers with it. I read.
Yeah, he says crypto market cap is going to hit 80 trillion in the next 15 years.
That's not hard to imagine, really, when you think about how much wealth is in gold and silver and commodities and the stock market, how much GDP is in every country, how much the global debt is, derivatives, all of this thing. There's quadrillion plus dollars worth of wealth and debt in the world. When you start moving that money over into crypto, and here we are, less than $250 million. Actually, we're at 180 billion, right? 183 billion or something, so low, right? And that number over time, 80 trillion. How much is Bitcoin going to be worth then? How much are some of those other crypto coins going to be worth? A lot of them will be worth zero because they didn't actually get their product out. But those that do, and we saw this exact same thing happen in the late 90s, early 2000s with the tech bubble, is you're going to see a few really, really big companies, and a lot of them like pets.com and some of the other ones are going to go away, have a lot of hype, and the ones are not going to deliver. But there's going to be a few that deliver huge, and those are going to be the ones that you hope that you hodl on to.
But here's what I find interesting. In fact, I was talking to my brother about this a couple days ago because he was like, I didn't know the Bitcoin price had dropped until I got a text from him that said, good time to buy Bitcoin. And I thought, uh-oh. And then I looked and I saw the crash happening. And I called him and I said, I was there, as many of us were, for the .com crash. And here's what's interesting to me. During the .com crash, a lot of big businesses that had put a lot of money, like pets.com, went out of business, right? But if you look at the top 25, 50 crypto market cap, they're all still here. None of the big ones have gone out of business. The ones that are suffering are the ones that raised all this capital for their ICOs that was worth 30 million, and now their coins are worth 10% of that, and they're on cash burn and they're running out of money because all the ETH that they raised isn't worth but a fraction of it.
Hopefully some of them got out of that and wasn't just holding on to ETH when ETH was $1,500 plus, and they raised all this money on ETH, and now ETH is sitting at $180.
Right.
I mean, that's a big crash. That's almost a 90% crash, 85% crash. And if they raise, like you just said, if they raised 100 million, well, now they got what? 15 million, 10 million. It's crazy how that is. So hopefully they got out, at least got out of some of that Ethereum.
But who are the casualties? They're not the big players. Yes, they're hurt, they're wounded, they're scarred, they're bleeding, but there are no major casualties in the top cryptos. And that's different than what happened when the .com bubble burst.
Yeah. Well, another thing is that, even some of those ones in the top 10, top 20, top 50 have not, developed their product fully. And here they are worth tens of billions of dollars. Like, to me, that's one of those things I was like, wow, when EOS got up so big, was that hit $25 or whatever it is. And then I'm like, really? Is it like when it hit $17, I was like, all right, it's about time to get out of this. And then it got up to $25 and I was like, yep. I mean, this is that. So sometimes you just see these just meteoric rises on them, and they have these valuations that don't match up to their revenue. They don't match up to their technology. They haven't even launched their main net. And so sometimes it's just emotion that gets caught up into this. I don't think a lot of these coins are worth tens of billions of dollars that they are. I think Bitcoin's probably worth way more than it is right now, but who knows? It's just, it's still a nascent space. Everything's shaking out, trying to figure out what it is. What's the value of it? What's the real value of it? Well, right now, we know the real value of Bitcoin is less than $6,000 because nobody wants to pay $6,000 for it.
We all wish we had been Charlie Lee, right? And sold at the all-time high. So let's move on here and talk about some of the other things going on. Google G Suite Twitter account compromised. Somebody hacked it and used it to promote a Bitcoin scam. Their G Suite Twitter account, G Suite is at G Suite, says Google is giving 10,000 Bitcoin to all community. We decided to make the biggest crypto giveaway in the world. Now you can make payments in G Suite using cryptocurrency. And then it links you to this website that any moron could see is not a Google site.
Right.
I'm not even going to read it. You could see
it would be, the GGL, whatever they have, right? They have like a go.gl or gog.gl. Like, this is really weird when you're looking at this thing and you're going, wait a second. Like, it's verified. It's Google G Suite. You look at that and you go, huh. And so people just mindlessly click about it. The thing is, though, Mr. Joelcom, a lot of times when you put in an address on Twitter, then it actually will just populate the page and won't show you the URL. So that's an interesting way to sort of trick people. And they got in and actually used it as a promoted tweet. So they promoted it as an advertisement as well. So it wasn't just a tweet.
Yeah, basically they said here you can send Bitcoin. If you send 0.1 to 2 Bitcoin to the address below, you'll get from 1 to 20 Bitcoin back. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a scam. So
I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to send it right now and see. This is exciting.
I can tell you exactly how much Bitcoin you'll get back if you send it to that address. You will get none Bitcoin back to that address.
Google.
You get exactly 0 Bitcoin back.
Wow. Yeah, so they did. Google used to have a ban on cryptocurrency advertisements back in June, and now I think they've sort of taken that away. But there's still some restrictions. There's restrictions on Chrome web store extensions as well, which impact those crypto jackers. So we got to get more secure in this space because more people are using Chrome extensions like MetaMask and some of those other ones, and more people need to be using Trezors. We've told you time and time again, use a Trezor, use one of the other devices, one of the cool wallets, something. Get your money off of those exchanges and off your computer.
A quick edit here for our producer. I'm going to veto this next story. It's boring.
Veto. Ripple.
Yeah. Okay, so coming back in here with this one. What else we got, Mr. Travis Wright?
All right, next up from Cointelegraph, Amazon, they won a patent for cryptography and distributed data storage solutions. Now, we've actually had quite a few people on Bad Crypto in our sponsored Spotlight episodes that we have, and we've talked about, distributed data storage solutions. There's companies like Storage, and what are some of the other ones out there? There's a few.
Like Dropbox competitors, Storage, and that. There's one that's been around for as long as Storage in the name of
Coin. Some of the other ones.
Sia Coin.
Yeah. And so it looks like Amazon just won a patent that will allow them to, this says helps them protect the integrity of digital signatures and improve distributed data storage. And they were just awarded those a couple of days ago, and which will allow them to sort of take their Amazon Web Services, their AWS, and distribute that maybe more effectively. And that could be interesting. It's crazy that they got a
nerd talk. Right? Yeah, this is nerd talk. Amazon's filing for another patent proposes a grid encoding technique using groups of collected shards where each shard represents a logical distribution of data items stored in a given grid. The patent filing suggests this method can help to minimize storage redundancy while allowing for maximum availability, durability, and means of recovery. So if this goes through and they use it, then you can shard yourself on Amazon.
I just sharded just a little while ago, but I'm going to sit here and keep doing this podcast.
By the way, I just noticed this, Travis. If you look at the ads that are showing up on Cointelegraph next to the story, they are all crypto novelties, crypto games. There's Kryptons. There's like a crypto version of Obama with extra special big ears, and you could buy one of these or maybe some others. There's Crypto Treasures, which looks like a cartoon. And then there's OX Warriors that you play a game and I guess you get OX crypto chests or so. I don't know. It's like, but there's CryptoKitties has spawned a legion of games, and I'm seeing them in the form of these advertisements.
I'm actually seeing those top two, and then I'm also seeing Changely, which is how you can buy cryptos with your credit card. I'm curious though, like with the Bitcoin Cash logo or the icon that they use. I mean, which one's going to use the green one that's tilted to the other? I mean, like now they have a new one. I mean, that's going to be confusing. This brand, it's going to be a brand. The reason I say that is because I see the logo.
I had to click on this, mycryptons.com. So you collect, express, and play, and they've got a Krypton of Obama, Trump, and Hillary here on the top. I'm still not exactly sure what it is or what you do with them.
All I know is Trump has really big hands.
Yeah, not in this picture. He's got a really big smile. Obama has really big ears, and Hillary has some really big answers to give.
Yeah.
Moving on.
What's a really big wall? There's one.
In the saga of the Winklevi versus Charlie Shrem, this story on CCN, a judge has dealt a setback to the Winklevi's quest to reclaim the $32 million in Bitcoin, which they claim were stolen by Mr. Shrem more than 5 years ago.
Yeah, and they literally froze his assets, all of them.
Sounds cold.
Winklevi said that they owe him this money, so they got his assets frozen. And then, what was this article on the 9th? So on November 8th, he got his assets unfrozen because nobody likes your ass frozen, especially in winter.
He got his assets thawed. I thought he did.
He got them all thawed. And so if you know Charlie Shrem, he had jail time back in 2015, and he was released the following year. He was selling Bitcoin to customers that went on Silk Road, and so that whole thing. It's amazing that Charlie Shrem got a year and Ross Ulbricht got 2 life sentences.
Right. And Charlie actually sold and Ross just created the platform.
Yeah. Actually, Charlie was the one selling the Bitcoin to the people, the customers of Silk Road. And so how is that not more, viewed more negatively than building the platform, which could be used? He's like, I'm going to build a decentralized store that people can buy and sell whatever they want and distribute it in decentralized ways. And then, so it's kind of crazy, but apparently that's still developing. But Charlie Shrem, he said he showed some evidence that here's the Bitcoin came in, Bitcoin went out. It was never in his control. So who knows?
Here's what Eric Voorhees is saying. He is the CEO of Shapeshift. That's the application that allows you to easily turn one crypto into another. He says that the U.S. debt, as it's approaching $21 trillion, actually it's approaching $22 trillion, will inevitably cause a big spike in crypto. Quote, when the next global financial crisis occurs and the world realizes organizations with 20 trillion in debt can't possibly ever pay it back and thus must print it instead, thus fiat is doomed. Watch what happens to crypto. I don't disagree.
Well, I mean, here's what's going to happen here really soon is that the U.S. owes so much debt that their debt payments that they have to pay is going to end up becoming more than what the U.S. spends on Medicare, what they spend on the Department of Defense, what they spend on education. So once you get to that tipping point, that's the big challenge. Now, you know what? I look at this, and you can see this thing coming from miles away if you've been paying attention. 9/11 happens, and since 9/11, we've spent $15 trillion or some ridiculous number on the wars in the Middle East, and here we are, $21 trillion, and it could literally bankrupt our country because we went to go to war with a debatable deal. Like even Bush said, "Oh, well, what does Hussein have to do with in Iraq? What does he have to do with 9/11?" He goes, "Nothing. Like there's videos of him saying that. And it's like, but he had weapons of mass destruction, and we have to go after him. And $15 trillion later, we just spent so much money. Eventually, that's going to come, back and haunt us pretty big. That's a lot of money.
Vinny Lingham, who we just interviewed and is going to be on a future episode here shortly, is the founder of Civic. And he said more wealth will be created in crypto over the next 10 years than over the prior 10 years. But remember, like any success story, it's not going to be a straight line up. Keep believing and just be patient. So he's listening to Journey. He's like, don't stop buying
make that
Bitcoin.
Joke. Hold on to your crypto.
McAfee's in the news again. Travis, what's this all about?
McAfee Labs. He warns that's not McAfee. This is McAfee Labs.
Okay.
So this is the Internet Security and Research Lab, McAfee, which is named after John McAfee. They uncovered a new malware, which is basically using consumer devices to mine Monero.
Another
one. Well, you've heard about browser jacking, right? Where they're mining this. So this new malware is called Web Cobra. It originates from Russia, and those darn Russians. And so basically they are using it. Basically, it downloads one of two mining clients and then uses your processing power to generate coins for the malware creators.
Wow. Get off of don't be jacking my processing power. We like to jack your processing power to mine the Moneros and the cryptos. Just beware. I use Malwarebytes on my PC. It's super smart now more than ever to make sure you've got antivirus and anti-malware software on your computer. Find one that's got solid reviews that works for you and keep it up to date, because you
Malwarebytes.
You too can be vulnerable. And no, they didn't pay for that, but they can if they want to.
Do it. Very nice. So that's that.
Our producer, Aaron, really did this is really a bad news episode. Thanks, Aaron, just to press us all. This is from CryptoCoinsheap.com, or is it CryptoCoinsHeap.com?
I don't know. I don't see any sheep anywhere.
I do. Their logo. Their logo is sheep.
There it is. It's CryptoCoinsHeap. Yeah.
Hackers demand 6.3 million in Bitcoin from Malaysian media giant. So these guys created ransomware and they attacked Media Prima BHD, which is this Malaysian multimedia conglomerate. And they're saying, you got to give us Bitcoin. And then once you do, worth $6.3 million. That's 1,000 Bitcoin. Of course, 1,000 Bitcoin now is worth $5,500.
Yeah, $5.5 million.
Yeah. So it's extortion, basically.
You're seeing more and more of this. Like, there's more and more of this stuff going on where, do that. Like, the people that are taking over not crypto accounts, but like social media accounts and trying to, we'll give it back to you if you give us Bitcoin. So there's all kinds of new crypto extortion going on, which is not awesome. But you know what? Evil people do evil things because apparently they've not figured out a way to legally make money in life, I guess. They got to be assholes.
We call it being a loser. I don't know about this one, but the PGA, Professional Golfers Association of America, was hacked and they encrypted files denying access to them as they were getting ready to hold a PGA championship event. And the PGA said, no, we're not paying you. Forget about it. Not going to happen. Hack if you want, but we're done with this.
Crazy.
I don't know if this is as current as the previous story, but in this article says that Jihan Wu is no longer on the company's board of directors, but this is dated a couple days ago. So it might have been.
He's out, he is. And then it says, nope, that's a rumor. So it is what it is.
I heard a rumor.
You're going off on other articles, man. You're going off on a tangent.
Yeah, there's another scam here in Zambia, where you might expect to find a scam.
I killed that story.
Oh, you did? But it's alive. All right, we're killing that story. Make sure, is that out of the show notes?
Yeah,
nope, it's in the show notes. You did not kill it. You only killed it in your mind.
Killed my browser. Killed my browser.
Do you want to kill this Chinese Blockchain Alliance one also?
Okay.
Let's leave the Bitcoin ban though.
All
right. Sorry for that edit, Aaron, but that's how things go. By the way, whenever I say Aaron, I could be referring to our producer, Aaron. That's ERIN, or I could be referring to our technical engineer, Aaron, AA.
Or it could be referencing the biblical Aaron.
In the case of edits, I'm talking to Aaron, our show engineer. So here we come back in. Mr. Travis Wright, what's happening in China with Bitcoin?
All right, so this is a debatable story, right? But people were talking about it, and they said, China lifts the ban on Bitcoin. Individuals and Bitcoin and businesses can now own cryptocurrencies legally. They've said that this is, you can't still trade them, so you can't go to exchanges and trade crypto. But apparently, Bitcoin is now recognized as a legal asset to be owned, transferred, and utilized as a method of payment for goods and services in China. It was decreed by the Shenzhen Court of International Arbitration just recently. So, remember last year, they banned Bitcoin in 2017. That was when it was near the high, and it actually still kept on going afterwards. But now they say it's no longer banned, but you can't trade it. There are no cryptocurrency exchanges available to trade in China.
Huh. So there you go. It's a move in the right direction.
It seems as if.
Here's another scam. Wow, we are just full of scams here. U.S. citizen Joseph Kim of Phoenix, Arizona, has been fined $1.1 million and sentenced to 15 months in jail for misappropriating Bitcoin and Litecoin from several people. Misappropriating is a fancy word for stole, right?
Well, this guy, the CFTC, which is the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, found that Kim defrauded his employer, which is a trading firm, and he transferred about $601,000 worth of Bitcoin and Litecoin to his own accounts in 2017. However, now how much were they worth then? Is it $601,000 then, or $601,000 worth now? And so, not sure.
Like that.
So then it could have got up to way higher, depending on when he actually stole that. And then he falsely claimed security issues made him transfer digital currencies to several accounts. And then they discovered that there was some misappropriation. He was fired, and now he's going to jail.
Here's an idea. Don't be a douchebag. Live an honest life. Bring value to the world. Don't be a taker. Like taker equals loser. Mm-hmm. Like go produce something. I'm watching a really bad trilogy of films based on a really good book, Atlas Shrugged. I don't know if you've ever read the book, Travis, or if you've ever seen the films. The book is great, except I take exception with Ayn Rand's objectivism philosophy. But essentially, the producers, the ones that move the world, are the ones that we tend to punish for being successful. And that's in the ones who don't produce, the takers, end up with handouts. So it's a good thing this guy's going to jail. Anyway,
I would say this. So I read an amazing book really early on in my entrepreneurial career. I think I was 20 when I first read it. The book is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is another book about the legacy that was written by James Whitaker. But also our good friend Brandon Adams, he's a big fan of Napoleon Hill as well. But he said this, it's like, if you want to become wealthy, then help a lot of people get what they want, and then you will get what you want. The more value you add to others, the more value will then come back to you. So the more value you offer out into the world, the more you will get taken care of. And if you, like Joel says, if you're a taker and you're stealing and you're doing bad stuff, it will come back on you, and you're not going to win with that. It seems like you always get caught, and it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the stress. And do good stuff, as Joel likes to say, and add value wherever you can. And the more value you add, the more money you'll make in life.
And in news from JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon is still a jerk. And I don't want to talk about JP Morgan. So we're just going to, sorry, Jamie Dimon, but eat a bag of blockchain.
Yeah. Eat some blockchain.
I feel like also we talked about the downslide. Let's kill this story here on 6 billion wiped out.
Yeah, 6 billion is nothing.
No,
we've seen 600 billion wiped out.
Okay, jumping back here with this story. Yeah. Here we go. But CZ is optimistic, and it might just be because he is the CEO of Binance and they're making a killing, but he predicts a Bitcoin and crypto bull run. He's saying the price will return to and even exceed the $20,000 price per coin it reached late last year. And when's he saying that's going to happen, though? He says sooner or later it's going to happen. That's his date range. Sooner or later.
Yeah. Really, it's very, very precise. Now, I want to also throw another thing out here, which I thought was one of the most, I would say, prescient and valuable things that McAfee has said in a long time. John McAfee, he goes, let's see here. Let me find the article here.
As you're looking for that, CZ says compared to January 2018, we're probably down 90%. So we'll only have 1/10 of the trading volume compared to what we had in January. But compared to like a year or 2 years ago, we're still trading at huge volumes. Business is okay, profitable, and we still have a very healthy business.
Yeah,
so quite optimistic. We really need to get CZ on the show.
Yeah, we do. And what he's done is absolutely incredible with Binance. And you see how long Coinbase has been around for 5 years. And now Binance is making nearly as much money as Coinbase is. And it's doing what it does per quarter compared to these other companies on Wall Street is just amazing. But what John McAfee said is like, if we do not dive fully into crypto and use the blockchain as a way to enhance our lives in the world around us, instead of just collecting coins and hoping for a bull market, then our greed will have killed the greatest opportunity yet offered to mankind. That's beautiful. I think that's why he says we need tokens to use, not just to keep in wallets.
Right. We have to have implementation. Here's another scammy story. This one on USA Today. Scammers impersonate Elon Musk on Twitter. And did they hack Target, or was he? Yeah, they actually hacked Target, the big box retail store, and they posted some of the very same things we talked about earlier with G Suite, that like, hey, we're giving away Bitcoin, send some to this wallet and we'll send you 10 times back.
Right. Yeah, because that always works. It's called a pyramid scheme. Those don't normally work out so well for people. So Bitcoin Bomber, that's not the Bitcoin Bomber one?
No, I skipped the Bitcoin Bomber. Screw that guy. Didn't work.
Yeah. Right.
Let's hit up the last story though, gang. This is pretty funny. This is from wait a second. Didn't we talk about this before? We talked about this before. Wasn't this link, but we talked about this. The guy who was mining in China set up yeah, we talked about this. So let's ditch this and let's just wrap the show.
Okay, there we go.
So hang on, I'm going to eliminate that. Coming back in, Mr. Aaron. So the moral of the story is don't have your crypto stolen. Get them off exchanges, get them into your own wallets where you hold the private keys. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If anybody says they're giving away crypto like Bitcoin or ETH, and if you send some to a wallet, you're going to get a multiple back. That is a scam. Now, if we say we're giving away bad coin, and we don't ask you to invest in anything to do it, then we're actually really giving it away, right?
There's been some people who are like, oh, we're going to give away a Bitcoin to somebody. Give us your email address. Well, then, go look at their website, look at their terms and conditions. It could be real. But if they're asking you to say, hey, give us a Bitcoin and we'll send you 10 Bitcoin. Yeah, really?
Red alert. Yeah.
Yeah. As Ronnie Moas would say, if you believe that, then you're a bozo. And I will block you on Twitter.
Ronnie. We love you, Ronnie.
23rd on the Bad Crypto Podcast, by the way.
Eventually, Ronnie will be on for his millionth appearance. We are the Blockchain Blockheads. I'm Joel Commies, Travis Wright. Thanks for listening to the Bad Crypto Podcast. And 4 episodes each and every week. Go to wherever you download and listen to your podcasts. And that could be iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, CastBox, and so many other places that we don't even know. And of course, you could always go to badcryptopodcast.com and find the episodes posted there immediately after they go live.
That is so true. And we'd love to hear from you. So give us a call at 708-885-9030. Tell us about a coin you like. We're going to be doing a Talking Tokens episode again, and maybe give us a highlight or something you want us to think about or talk about, or maybe just call us up and give us a little friendly hello, and we'll get you on the show.
Yeah, if nothing else, just leave a message that says, stay bad. All right. There's the show.
There's the show, bro.
We did it, Travis. We did it. We did it on Twitch. And thanks to those of you who were watching. And if you make a comment now, we'll take a minute here to reply to you. So if you have any questions,
it's twitch.tv/Belive
_ Twitch. Right. Okay. That's where it is stream.
Because Belive actually looks like Believe.
It does look like Believe, only it's not. Bad Crypto Chick. Was that Rachel that was commenting?
Oh, I don't see any comment. Oh, let me see.
Oh, because I see in the
stream, a football ad.
Bad Crypto Chick said, "Hey guys," and I told you it was bad. Right there, because we are bad. All right, Mr. Travis Wright. Well done.
Join Joel Comm and Travis Wright